I'm Barbara Rush. I'm 93 years old. I'm an actress and I'm in quarantine. I think that's about the end of it because my life, I'm trying to help people. Interesting times and so many people in this world. I help them when they call me and tell me how frightened they are. I'm single. I don't go out very much. I think I just try to help where I can because I can't go out very much because I'm in quarantine. I think we're living in our suffering. And I think
Barbara Rush, award-winning TV and film actress, dies at 97. She received a Golden Globe in 1954 as that year's rising star and appeared in movies alongside Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Paul Newman. Barbara Rush, the supremely poised actress who rose to fame with supporting roles in 1950s films like Magnificent Obsession and The Young Lions, died on Sunday at her home in Westlake Village, Calif, in Los Angeles County. She was 97. The death in a senior care facility was confirmed by her daughter, Claudia Cohen. If Miss Rush's portrayals had one thing in common, it was a gentle, ladylike quality which she put to use in films of many genres. She was Jane Wyman's concerned stepdaughter in the 1954 romantic drama Magnificent Obsession and Dean Martin's loyal wartime girlfriend in The Young Lions 1958 set during World War II. In 1950 science fiction pictures like It Came from Outer Space and When Worlds Collide, she was the small-town heroine, the scientist's daughter, the earthling most likely to succeed. In both The Young Philadelphians 1959 with Paul Newman and The World in My Corner, a 1956 boxing film with Audie Murphy, Miss Rush was the prized rich girl. In Bigger Than Life, also 1956, was James Mason. She played a vapid but supportive wife. And in Come Blow Your Horn 1963 with Frank Sinatra, she played the only nice girl in a swinging Manhattan bachelor's life. But she did transcend type occasionally, as an Indian agent's bigoted wife, for instance, in The Western Hombre 1967 with Paul Newman. She also played Kit Sargent, the Hollywood screenwriter attracted to and repelled by ruthless title character in the classic 1959 television production of What Makes Sammy Run. For much of her career, Miss Rush was treated as a pretty face more than a serious actress. But she did receive a Golden Globe in 1954 as Most Promising Newcomer, and she won the Sarah Siddons Award as Chicago's top actress of the 1969-70 season for a stage role as a mature woman courted by a younger man in the J. Preston Allen comedy 40 Carats. Her stage work, in fact, became a second career. Her best-known role was in A Woman of Independent Means, a one-woman epistolary saga. But when the show opened on Broadway in 1984, the nicest thing Frank Rich, writing in the New York Times, said about it was, Miss Rush was a handsome woman who tries terribly hard to be ingratiating. She went on to play the role, however, for appreciative audiences throughout North America. Barbara Rush was born on January 4, 1927, in Denver. Her father, Roy, was a lawyer for a mining company who died when she was a teenager. Her mother, Nora Simonson Rush, had been a homemaker but took up acting around that time to support the family. She later became a nurse. Barbara attended the University of California at Santa Barbara, where she played Birdie, the guideless alcoholic, in the blistering Little Foxes by Lillian Hellman. In 1950, when she was 23, Miss Rush received a scholarship to the Pasadena Playhouse Theater Arts College and was signed to a contract at Paramount Pictures. She made her film debut that year in the family comedy The Goldbergs. Television was always a part of her career, with guest appearances beginning in the 1950s. Although she never had a hit series, she did star in several short-lived ones, most memorably as a wealthy Florida wife in Flamingo Road, NBC 1981-82. She was also a newspaper's Washington correspondent in Saints and Sinners, NBC 1962-63, an abused wife for one season, 1968-69 of ABC's Peyton Place, and a soap opera star during the last year, CBS 1973-74 of the new Dick Van Dyke Show. Her final screen appearances were as a recurring character in the family value series Seventh Heaven between 1997 and 2007. Miss Rush married and divorced 3 times. Her first husband, 1950-55, was the actor Jeffrey Hunter. Her second, 1959-70, was Warren Cohen, a founder of the Rogers & Cohen public relations firm. Her last marriage, 1970-75, was to Jim Grzelski, a sculptor. In addition to Miss Cohen from Miss Rush's second marriage, she is survived by her son from her first marriage, Christopher Hunter, and 4 grandchildren. For about 50 years, she lived in Beverly Hills at a house once occupied by the Hollywood gossip columnist Hedda Halper. Miss Rush continued acting until her early 90s and professed an overwhelming love of her work. I'm one of those kinds of people who will perform the minute you open the refrigerator door and the light goes on.